I'm back from my little trip. It was a good trip. Yeah, let me try to see if I can think of any stories on the trip. So we stayed at my brother's friend's house. Like, my brother has been friends with this person since, like, childhood. And when we arrived, they were still at work, but they gave my brother, like, all of the codes to the building and the place. And then dogs started barking. And both my sister and I were like, what? Like, they have a dog? And my brother was like, oh yeah, they've had this dog for a while. I never told you guys? And me and my sister were both like, what do you mean you never told? What do you mean? How are you questioning? You never told us that! Like, we... Shut down. And then my brother was telling us, we have to be careful with all of our things because the dog will, like, eat everything. And that you have to be careful leaving things unattended. And then my brother was telling a story of how the last time my brother was here, the dog chewed up his razor, and then ate a razor blade. Like, just straight up ate an entire raw razor blade. And then, I don't remember, maybe it was like a couple days into the trip, but maybe it was that same day. It happened pretty early, but like, we ordered fried chicken, and we were eating that, right? I kept my pile of bones on the table, and I thought the plate of bones was a pretty good distance away. Keep in mind, it's like, these are pretty big chicken bones. And the dog is small. I think the dog is like 6 kilograms, if I remember correctly. The dog was begging the whole time we were eating for food. My brother actually ended up giving the dog a little bit of chicken. And when I saw my brother doing that, I was like, I gasped, and I was like, like, did your friend say that it was okay to feed their dog human food? And my brother was like, no, but he doesn't have to know. And I was like, Oppa, like, you can't just feed people's pets human food without their permission! Like, you don't know what kind of diet, like, you don't know what kind of allergies they have, or like, what their diet, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just so dangerous. Anyways, the dog then was, like, begging for more food, and I was almost done with mine. And I was gonna get up soon to clean it up and everything, but then the dog jumps up onto the table and grabs a giant bone from my plate. And then I tried to, cause like, I don't know if you guys know about dogs too much, but they cannot eat chicken bones. Because cooked chicken bones can splinter inside the dog's like intestines as being digested, and just like cause a lot of damage inside the dog, right? And then I was freaking out. Immediately I tried to grab the dog. The dog then went under the table. I got up from my chair to go under the table. The dog swallowed it whole. Jikama, it didn't even bite. It just swallowed the whole thing whole! How is that even possible? Like, how could that even fit through the throat, the esophagus of the dog, like, without choking? I don't understand! How is that even possible? Jikama, I am not exaggerating. Like, literally from the time the dog jumped up to grab the chicken bone and swallowed it was maybe like 3 seconds. I was freaking out. I was freaking out so hard, man. And at this point, like, my brother's friend came back from work, and they were like taking a shower and everything, right? And like, I was just like screaming and like freaking out, and then I explained to my brother what just happened and how dogs can't have cooked chicken bones. And my brother was like, oh, surely it's not a big deal, right? And then I was like, no, because from when I had my Clover, like, I know very well what dogs can and cannot have. And then my brother was like, oh, did you ask Google and ChatGPT? And then I had to show him like Reddit links and stuff of people saying how it's dangerous for my brother to finally like believe me. No, when I showed him the links, he was still kind of like doubtful. He was like, oh, but you know, like maybe it's not that bad. And then my brother does his own research on ChatGPT and whatever. And then, like, very quickly after, my brother gets up to knock on the bathroom door where the friend is taking a shower and being like, yeah, there's an emergency. Your dog just ate and swallowed an entire like chicken bone, and like dogs can't have chicken bones. And I was like thinking to myself, like, I thought my brother was like believing me. But no, he said that ChatGPT said that it's like fatal. That can be very fatal and it's a high risk situation. Which is why he got up to go tell his friends. Not because he believed me or what I was explaining to him, but because ChatGPT told him. Come on, if that was my dog, if that was Clover, I would have been out of the shower in the bathroom like that moment. But my brother's friend was so like not. There was no sense of urgency. I don't. Very like nonchalant about it. But I mean, the dog looked fine. But I was still like freaking out. Like, this was at nighttime. To come up. So it was outside of the normal hours of operation for like vets, right? Like he would need to call the emergency line. But first of all, my brother had to like convince his friends to call the emergency line first of all. Just to like ask, because like my brother's friend wanted to just wait until the morning to take their dog to the vet instead of like right at that moment. So my brother calls the emergency vet line, and they explain that the dog ate about like a finger-sized bone, and the dog is about 6 kilograms and just swallowed it whole. And the vet explains like, oh, there's no, like we would need to take an X-ray in order to see if like it's a threat right now, and if it is, we'll like remove it. But I don't remember exactly how the vet conversation went, but basically they explained that the X-ray was going to be like $70-ish. After the call, my brother's friend was saying like, see, like this is why like I don't want to take them at night because like the prices are all doubled at this time. So like the X-ray is like pretty expensive. And I kept on telling my brother's friend, like, no, like this is your baby, like you have to go now. Like, I'll pay for the X-ray, like, you have to go to the vet now. And then my brother's friend, like, refused the money. I literally, like, laid it out on the table for them. And they, like, refused the money, and they're like, no, it's okay. Like, we'll just wait and see. And then it was during this point where I found out. I was like, wait, like, what did you guys do when your dog ate my brother's razor the last time he was here? They were like, oh yeah, I didn't take them to the vet last time either, and they were fine. And you know, they went on to say, because I asked, like, oh, like, did you ever find it in your dog's poop? They're like, no. So actually, it could still be inside him. And I was like, what the flip? What do you mean you never took it to the vet after that laser bone? Like, hello, I feel like, am I the weird one? There's no way I'm the weird one, right? Come on, like, there's no way it's me! But I mean, like, the dog is fine. So, like, we ended up not going to the vet, and the dog is fine.